Our next round is history on 7 days, and this week we're looking back to 1964, when good old New Zealand got a visit from the Beatles. Let's take a look at some footage.
From Sydney to New Zealand, and the Beatles arrive complete with a huge stuffed kiwi. Everyone's happy, especially when Paul rubs noses with a Maori. It's just too much, as the teenagers say. Then there's the familiar procession of triumph, and the uninhibited, fun-loving Beatles are clowning again. There are crowds everywhere they go. They always seem to be on stage. John Lennon paddles a war canoe, and the fans love it.
I love it. Those were the days where anything completely offensive could just be patted over by it. Look, the people seem to be having a lovely time with the wonderful racism we all signed up for.
In the studio here at 7 Days, we have three people lined up. One of them is May Thompson, who met the Beatles at the airport and gave Paul McCartney a tickie. Team one, you get the first chance to try and guess which one is May.
I reckon if you had met Paul McCartney and given him a giant tickie, that you would still be quite pleased about it. Number two seems to be gazing off into the distance, perhaps reliving the event.
Reliving the moment.
She's in this photo too. You might want to just have a little bit of a look at this.
Is that standing next to Paul McCartney?
Which one's Paul McCartney?
I'm going with number two still.
I reckon two.
I think it's two. She does look like she's holding on to that memory, and it's fantastic. Yeah, we'll go with number two. We're team one, but we'll go with two, Jeremy.
All right, team one's locking in number two. Yep. Team two.
It goes like this. We have thrice people in front of us. Thrice. One doth be our contender.
Yes.
You, my friends, must make the choice.
I want to go with number three because she's really colourful, and I think if you had met the Beatles, you'd go all colourful after that, wouldn't you?
And great shoes as well.
Yeah, she does have great shoes.
I always judge someone who's met the Beatles by their shoes.
Yeah.
I think we've narrowed it down to three.
You're going to go number three?
No, one of the three.
One of the three.
And if we had to choose, I must say, I'll go
Titanic
three.
chick, yeah.
She's wonderful. I think it's number three.
Yes.
We're going for the wonderful number three, Jeremy.
All right, team two's going number three. Team one, you've gone with number two.
Number two, please. Yep.
May Thompson, the woman who gave the tickie to Paul McCartney back in 1964. Do you want to raise your hand, please? Yeah. There she is. Kia ora, May.
Kia ora.
Thank you very much for coming on 7 Days. Now, in the photo that we saw, was it the giant tickie that Paul McCartney was wearing? Is that the one that you gave him?
Yes.
It is. And were you the one standing to his left in the photo? Was that you in the sort of...
The outside.
The outside, yeah.
That tickie does look sort of about my size. Are you sure that was a tickie and you guys weren't running a bit late and just grabbed something off the meeting house? Because that is an enormous tickie.
They were intrigued with the tickie.
Yeah.
So the funny part was they wanted to know what it represented, because they're very chatty, very talkative. So we said to them with tongue in cheek, it's a fertility charm. Well, they loved the tickie even more.
So you might have had a bit of slapping tickie.
May, whenever you see Paul McCartney on TV or you hear a song on the radio, do you always go, I met him?
Not really, but because I'm a grandmother now, and my granddaughter who saw this photo, I've got the photo that you saw on the screen, she grew up with that photograph, and all of a sudden it clicked. And she said, that's the Beatles.
Thanks for coming on 7 Days, May, and thanks for sharing that memory with us. Cheers.